Sewa's mother was found most mornings, sitting by the river bank, back bent, eyes dry but hollow, staring at the slippers the river had returned. Not folded, placed gently, just left there, like the river was saying, "This is all you get." Ilorun changed after that. No laughter followed anymore. Children didn't raise the dust. Even the elders spoke in half voices. The air felt tight, like it was holding its breath along with everyone else. Sewa's mother moved through the village like a shadow that refused to disappear. But she lived only for one thing: the hope that her daughter would come back out of that water. The villagers couldn't stand it, so they decided to do something. They decided to appease the river. They gathered by the bank, hearts pounding, hands full. The first offering came with confidence. Goats bleated, yams were stacked, kola nuts lay neatly arranged. The river stared. Nothing happened. The river remained still. Then the river god appeared, taller than fear itself. His waves pushed the gifts away like they were dust. "Not enough," he said. That voice, it didn't shout, it pressed, like thunder trapped in your chest. People shook. Some fell to their knees, some ran away. Still, they tried again. For the second offering, they brought their pride: horses, cows, the animals they measured their worth by. The river sent them back untouched. By the third offering, desperation had taken over. Gold, fine cloth, sacred beads passed down for generations. The river moved, then stilled. "Not what I want," the god whispered. And that whisper broke people more than the thunder. "I want to teach you all a lesson," the god growled. That was when Ilorun stopped living. No farming, no trading, no singing. Because the river was their lifeline and it was holding Sewa hostage. One evening, when the sky was bleeding into night, a friend sat beside Sewa's mother. "Go and see Mama Odu," she said softly. "If anyone hears the river, she does." The journey to the next village felt longer than it was. Every step carried fear. Every breath carried hope. Mama Odu listened without interrupting, eyes cloudy like old rain. Finally, she said, "Patience and giving. That is what the river teaches her." Then she looked straight at Sewa's mother. "Dance," she said. 3 days. Not to impress the river, but to soften its heart. So they danced. Drums beat until hands blistered. Feet stomped until dust rose like smoke. Songs poured out of mouths that hadn't sung for weeks. On the third night, the river surged and Sewa came out. Her mother held her like breath itself, crying into her hair, whispering her name like it might vanish again. Her friends were happy to finally unite with her. Sewa smiled, too slowly. She stared at water longer than she should. At night, she'd slip from her mat and walk barefoot to the river. And this is where voices drop. People said they saw her by moonlight, not drowning, dancing. Dancing with shadows that moved like water. The village whispered, "Sewa is part river now." One night, under a full moon, she didn't come back. The water welcomed her. River fairies circled. The current wrapped her like arms. She twirled, light as foam, no fear left in her eyes. Sewa's mother stood by the bank and didn't scream. She already knew. The river had taught patience and it had collected its prize.